Now I had to make a comment about this. A lot of people, reporters, like I seen Dan Raphael going back and forth with a lot of people about uh Usyk, whether he was top 10 all time and everything else. He's going back and forth with a lot of fans about certain things. Uh whether Usyk was top 10 all time. Somebody says all the belts in cruiserweight, all the belts in heavyweight, Olympic gold, undefeated. If he continues this, top three is a matter of time. He's without a doubt top 10 all time. We know that's just opinion and we can't really prove if he's top 10 all time or whatever. As far as this generation, this era, he's definitely the best at the moment. Everybody knows it, but for some reason he's just not getting credit from these fans. And I feel like when Tyson Fury was in position, when he was undefeated and on the cusp of being undisputed, a lot of people was giving him a lot of credit. Even after getting dropped by Ngannou, people looked at him as an excellent boxer, and he had excuses a mile long. And for some reason, these reporters, man, they just don't give Usyk the type of credit. Is he him being top 10 all time? That's definitely an opinion. But if anybody is considered that in this era, it could definitely be him. But it's funny because we got guys like Canelo with 2 losses, and people are saying, well, he's the best Mexican of all time, which is ridiculous. His resume can't stand up next to an Oscar or a, a Duran or not even a Chavez. And for people to say he's just one of the best of all time, I know Chavez is not considered Mexican, but excuse me, not Chavez, but Duran. I know a lot of people, he's not considered Mexican, but at the same time, what are we doing when we actually considering a lot of these people? Because Duran's a Panamanian, but what are we doing when we actually considering a lot of these different things? I'm just asking because he is of Mexican heritage. Duran is, so a lot of people look at him as Panamanian and everything else. So what are we looking at when it comes to certain things, a criteria of these boxers? Because with Usyk, what else can he do in the sport of boxing? And who can he fight? A lot of people say he needs to fight Dubois and everything else. Okay, that's cool. But then we go into the aspect of this era is weak. But when Tyson Fury was being called the greatest since Ali, a lot of people didn't have a problem with it. And I just don't understand that. Because a lot of people had an issue with people saying that, but I didn't see a lot of backlash from reporters and everyone else saying that they felt like Tyson Fury wasn't a good heavyweight because he just beat Deontay Wilder, and that's a guy who hasn't been boxing that long. I didn't see a lot of that backlash. I heard a lot of people saying he can't box, but that that didn't result in people saying that Tyson Fury didn't deserve this accolade or that accolade. I heard a lot of people saying he was number one pound for pound and everything else, and a lot of other things that was being spoken on. But for them to try to go in this direction and try to discredit Usyk, it just shows that no matter what you do in these eras of boxing, they're always gonna go back to another era and give those guys a lot more credit. But it also shows that they know these guys really aren't fighting certain people in this era, and it's kind of tough because people are not getting in the ring with each other. But it's kind of funny how criteria changes from certain people to certain people. But in my eyes, I feel like certain reporters and fans play favorites. And it shows in this situation right here. I mean, if you're going to consider anybody a top anything, I mean, Usyk could be on that path. But, either way, man, it's subjective based on fighters. Even certain people play favorites. And this is proof right here.